Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin-Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved in driving fast. Hurry to Franklin-Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
But we hit all the camps this year. It's the second year of the North Jersey Super Football Conference. Everyone getting used to that conference, playing some teams they might not have seen before. So should be another exciting year of football here in the Muggs Media area, and we'll have all the highlights in action on our Sports Beat show and the game of the week. Our first stop here in our tour, we went up to Blairstown. We saw our friend Eugene Fleury, former Lenape Valley football star, and he's in his second year with North Warren. They took their lumps last year going winless, but they're having big expectations this year with a good core of players coming back.
I'm looking forward to this season, really. I think we got a great group of kids out this year. I think they all are really taking it seriously, especially coming from last year's season. I don't think any of us want to see that again. So the work ethic at practice has been a completely different atmosphere and attitude from last year. The change was unbelievable. Now the sophomores from last year have more experience under their belt than they did last year, so I'm looking forward to this season. I think it'll be a good one.
I think we're going to look really good this year. We did have a rough season last year, but, I think we're looking a lot better this year. And we do get a few returning starters, so I think we're going to look a lot better.
Well, I think we're definitely an improving team. Last season wasn't what we expected, but this year we have a lot of returners, and we're definitely expecting to be better.
We're still in that tough conference. We open up with Hopatcong, and kids have started out with a great lifting program this season. I feel like we're going to be a little bit stronger and faster, but the season's still a tough conference. We have tough teams. Hopatcong first, wing T. Then we go to Butler with the spread offense, and then we come back with Hackettstown, which is a triple option threat, and then back out with another wing T team. So this year is going to be very, very challenging. However, I think we have about 10 returning starters. The confidence is there in the sense they have experience now, Dan, and I think we can move forward and build from that point.
As Coach said, North Warren has a lot of returning starters. Joe Toribio is one of them, and he's hoping to have a big senior year.
I am a split end, but we might be getting some halfback action as well, and just wherever can be a threat, really.
You have Joey Toribio, who's going to play all over the field for us. So he plays split, he plays in the backfield, he has great speed, he's about 195 pounds this year, great speed, wants to play at the next level. So with that alone, that dedication and that drive. James
Barton was a captain last year, he's back this year, and talk about a jack of all trades. He played line, he played safety, he's been all over the place, but he feels, as the other North Warren Patriots, that last year's tough experience has made them better for this year.
As a captain last year, I was probably put in almost every position possible. From playing line to back to safety, there was nothing that I didn't do. So this season, I'm definitely expecting that again. And I'm hoping I could just improve on my game.
James Barton, who was a captain last year, he played multiple positions for us, so he's also on the line and also in the defensive part.
Ryan Durling has been on both sides of North Warren. He was on the team as a sophomore that was good with Coach Matt Barzero. They struggled last year. He hopes to help lead this team on the offensive defensive line back to the North Warren glory days.
I'm expecting a great senior year. I'm going to try everything I can to make it the best season I can. I'm hopefully I'm looking forward to trying to go to play college ball. That's an ultimate goal. But as of right now, my goal is to focus on week one and go week by week.
He's a captain. He wants to play at the next level. He's been in the weight room on the off season. He's grown and he's got quicker. So looking for some real leadership from that core group of seniors, because they all played last year.
Coach Eugene Fleury was a longtime assistant with Matt Barzero and also in the youth program here in the North Warren area. But this is his second year as a head coach, and the players said it's a much smoother transition. They know what he expects, and he knows what to expect from the players.
Again, I have to give kudos to Matt Barzaro with the foundation he built here. We're not changing much. It's still the wing tee. It's just out of maybe the pistol formation. But for the most part, we're under center and also in pistol, but it's the wing tee. And this group of kids coming under his tutelage, and now my transfer over of coaching style, it's very little change. But it's more experience on the varsity level, which is what was missing last year.
The Patriots are not looking any further than opening day against Hopatcong. Last year, Hopatcong beat them pretty bad and kind of set the tone of the season. But this young, experienced Patriot squad wants to get the season off to on the right foot.
Our focus is definitely on week one. Hopatcong. We're excited for that. It's a game where we were definitely blown out last season. It was a tough loss, kind of set up the rest of the season. And to us this year, it's just about taking it week by week and just progressing as a team.
Our next stop was over at Sussex Tech off Route 94 in Sparta. Brian Stellingworth, the former assistant coach to Bobby Leach, he's taken over the programs, but the goals remain the same for the Mustangs. They want to get back into the state tournament.
We've had a chance to already go to camp, which was a little bit different this year than some of the camps we've been to in the past. Up at Westchester University, had a chance to see some different teams from New York, teams from Delaware, teams from PA. So these kids have seen a lot of football. And
I think we're going to do pretty great. A lot of kids came back. We got Richie, we got Hall. We've been working hard to go into week one.
I think we're going to have a great season. We got a great group of kids and hoping for the best.
Bob Leach laid the foundation here as the head coach at Sussex Tech. Now taking over, former assistant Brian Stellingworth, and the transition has been seamless, which is going to help this Mustang team have a chance to get back into the state tournament.
And there's a little bit of chip on our shoulder right now because there were some expectations last year, certainly, that we didn't get to where we needed to go. So some of those kids had that taste, a few years ago. We went to Hawthorne and getting to a state game, and some of them definitely came in with bigger expectations this year, not just making it to a state game, but trying to progress from there, but also keeping that culture alive and trying to teach the younger guys what they need to know, when things go bad, how they need to act and how to react as teammates too. So
this is an experienced Sussex Tech squad, especially on the offensive end of the ball. Quarterback Tyler Crumb's back for his third year. Richie Hoffman's back from an injury. He's a terrific two-way player. Brandon Hall back from an injury. Bo Maroney. These guys can put together some numbers for the Mustangs.
We're looking good this year. We have a lot of returners. We got Joe, we got Tyler, we got Richie, we got Shane, we got Marshall. We got a big returning squad coming back.
Yeah, we have good kids coming back. We have Richie Hoffman, we got Brennan Hall, Joey Martinez, Bo Maroney, and line too. We got Dylan Beebe, Shane Salmon. So hopefully we're going to do great.
You start with our quarterback, Tyler Crumb, coming back, 3 years starting. You have a fullback coming back from an ACL injury, but worked his tail off this year, and Richie Hoffman, and fullback and also linebacker, and a very talented sophomore group from our running backs. And some injuries kind of hampered them last year. I think you would have heard a little bit more from them, but coming back this year strong, good off season so far, great summer.
Dylan Beebe's a senior, and he's an anchor on this line, both offensive and defensively, a 4-year starter, and he feels the line's going to be the key this year to open up the holes for those guys I just mentioned.
Come back to the line is me, Ryan Marshall, Shane Salmon. We got a sophomore, I think, coming up now. Billy Hendershot, my tackle, and then we got some promising freshmen coming up.
Winning is an attitude, and it's contagious. And over the last few years, Sussex Tech has built up that winning attitude. So it's not when they go on the field they don't feel they can win. They think they will win, and that confidence is great for the program.
It's a great mindset to start from. So you take our seniors, as you said, that kind of have that mindset as we came in, and they're already putting it into some of the younger guys, and having some sophomores and juniors also progress from there too. So you don't have to start from that foundation necessarily, coming from where we were even 6-7 years ago. Now you're able to take some kids who are football players and really work on technique, work on some of the offensive and defensive things that we're trying to put in and instill in them.
The Mustangs play an independent schedule, but it's not exactly easy. You got Pascack Hills, which makes the states all the time. They're friends from Wallkill Valley down the street, so they're looking to take it one game at a time, and if they do their jobs, they feel they can be back in the state tournament.
It started this summer, going up to Westchester, seeing the #1 ranked team in Delaware, seeing some very strong teams in New York, Pennsylvania, kind of set up for what this year is going to be with our schedule. So our kids are learning that they stay together, they can play at those levels. So I think that was important. Looking at even our scrimmages before the season, was going to be helpful to have these kids see and have better expectations of what they'll see during the whole year. So it's not an easy schedule. We knew that going in, but frankly, I wouldn't like it either way.
Mustangs went 5-5 last year. This year they got another tough schedule, but with all that young talent, if things break right, I think Sussex Tech can be right back in the mix. We'll have more here in our preseason football special right after these messages here on Channel 10 and mugsmedia.com.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin-Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin-Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007, and Chesco's, 383-2840.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve. We hit all the camps, and we went over to Wallkill Valley where Bobby Leach was a former assistant there back in the day when they last made the States. The Rangers went 1-9 and 0-5 in the American Red Conference last year, but Coach Leach is excited and he wants to change things around.
We're a young group. We're really talented, really fast, and just an eye-opener, so we're a good team.
I think it's going to be great. We have a new head coach, obviously, and all my teammates are really stepping up to the plate from all grades. Everybody's coming in. Everybody's really working hard, and hopefully it'll be a lot better than the last couple of years.
We have a new coach and everything, and he's been conditioning us a lot, and I feel like we're going to do pretty good this year.
We got a pretty experienced team. I think with Justin Rivera at wideout and Jake Lonsky, and we got a new quarterback, Alex Mastriani. I think we're gonna do pretty well.
It's a process, like anything else is, and it's them trying to figure some stuff out right now, learning the system, offensively, defensively, terminology, things like that. But and figuring out how to win. That they've been down for a little bit, and Adam's been laying the groundwork the last few years, but. We just got to change some attitudes right now, and that's not crazy to think that we can win some games this year. And there's talented kids here, and it's a mindset. Just believe that you can win, and good things will happen.
New Wallkill Valley coach is a familiar face, so a longtime Wallkill fans. Bobby Leach who was the offensive coordinator here back in 2010 when they made the States. Adam Vasquez, the former head coach, is still on staff, and they're hoping to regain that glory for Wallkill from years past.
Of course, I reached out to John Pugh, who's the last guy to win and the only guy to win a state championship here. And yeah, I call him all the time anyway, just to talk to him. But it is. It's about we had that. It's about figuring it out and how to get it back. And it wasn't that long ago this place was in a state playoff game, like we talked about, and we kind of let it slip away. But that's what we want to get back to. We want to get back to the playoff games and play for something on Saturdays that's important, and let these kids in this school believe in, hey, let's go watch football on Friday night or Saturday and support our. And right now it's not here, and I understand that, but we'll get it back.
This Wallkill team has a lot of experienced kids coming back at the skill positions. Dylan Harlos, Justin Rivera, Jake Lonsky, and then Alex Mastriani, who's transferred back in. He's going to be at quarterback. This is a very good team that has potential to put up some numbers.
We got Alex at quarterback, and he's pretty accurate. He makes pretty good throws, and we got Dylan at running back, and we lost Torres, but I feel like Dylan could really do the same that he could do.
We're a young group, but we're really talented. We're fast, and we know how to keep everyone on their feet, so we're good.
Well, we say it at every camp we stop at. It all starts with the offensive line. Brody McDonald won a couple of returning starters that will be paving the way for that talented group.
There's a couple kids coming back from last year on the line that really have some experience, and hopefully that'll really let our backers do the work and take over and score some points.
No denying Wallkill has struggled the last few years, but this group is determined to lay the foundation to make Wallkill consistent winners.
It's a similar challenge, this junior class especially, back in their 8th grade year, they were champs. They won. I mean, there's some talented kids at all these levels, but schedule-wise, it's different. We're playing. We got Don on the schedule. We got Hackettstown. We got Kinnelon. We got some tougher competition, but it's the same idea, and it's the same. Just getting your head right, and hey, we can win.
Opening day is a big game for everyone, but for this Wallkill team with a new coach and a new attitude, they're going to play Kinnelon opening day, a very good program, and they want to send a message that Wallkill's back.
They've been harping on it, We've been getting ready for Kinnelon, so we'll be ready.
I think we're going to come in ready to play, and they just can't take us lightly.
Our next stop, we went down to Hopatcong. They play in the National Light Division. They have a new head coach, former Lenape Valley star Mike Muschella. He replaces Brian Meany, who's now coaching at Newark Eastside. And the former Lenape star is very excited about this young Chiefs team.
I think we should have a pretty good year. A lot of kids coming back that started last year. We're looking forward to our week 1 game, and we'll take it week from week.
I think we have a good senior class coming this year, that's going to work together and work hard. And I think we have a good chance this season to put on a winning record.
I feel like we can go really far as long as we take it day by day and get better, like our coach says.
We hope to go out and play hard every game. We just want to be fast and strong out there and show we're the dominant team.
It's going pretty well. We're looking to get better every day. We have what looks like an untested group, but even though we don't return a lot of starters, we return some key players, and we have good, strong senior leadership and a lot of guys who are going to step into roles and I think surprise some people.
Hopatcong graduated some nice players from last year, Bart Yoros at quarterback, Jake Wilkerson, but they have a couple of really good running backs coming back, which is important in Delaware Wing T, in Armando Santiago and Anthony Mastriani.
I hope to just be able on offense, driving the ball every single time and score, whether it be Mondo or me or our new quarterback Dan throwing a pass into the end zone, and on defense, just don't let him get any yards.
Me and Ant, we're going to go out and run as hard as we can every game, along with our fullbacks Joey J and Zach Wapaya, and our Dan just got to get the ball to us.
Anthony Mastriani is a big returner for us. He started about halfway through his sophomore year, outside linebacker. Started both ways last year, so he's coming back with a lot of experience, and aside from being one of the smallest guys on the field, is the toughest no matter who we play. I think he could play on any team in this area. So we're looking at him. He's a quiet leader, but guys know when he says something, it's serious. Armando Santiago is coming back, another two-way starter, and those are kind of our bookends on defense, which I think is real big for us. We have a returning leader on both sides of the ball and both sides of the formation. On offense, we have 5 senior running backs, so we'll be able to keep guys fresh and get a lot of guys reps, and it's going to be hard to slow down a run game with so many capable ball carriers.
The Kennedy brothers, Tyler and Zach, they'll be keys on both the offensive and defensive lines.
we're going to go as far as the line takes us, like Coach Andalina says, and we're going to work as hard as we can.
We're just looking to put points up on the board and control the game throughout the line of scrimmage.
The Kennedy brothers on the offensive and defensive line, the twins, are both very intense players. They're not ever going to hold back. So they're going to get after it. I think when the linemen see how they practice, they do every little thing right and they do it hard, it forces everyone else to elevate themselves to that level.
What a tough division Hopatcong plays. All great Group 1 schools. Butler, Boonton, Verona. It doesn't get any harder than that. Plus Group 1 and Section 1 is tough. But the Chiefs know if they come out every game focused, they have a chance to do some nice things.
We play some really tough teams during the season. Newton and Shabazz are 2 of our first 3 games. And in our section, it's tough to break that top 8 to get in. There have been years when we were 10th or 11th in our PowerPoints and would have had a home game in the Group 1 section. But we can only play the games that are scheduled. And every week we're going out, we're looking to win. Playoffs is obviously the goal every year, but it's not something we're hung up on. We want to go out every week. We want to compete to our best ability. And we're just looking to get it done week in, week out.
Hopatcong went 5-5 last year, 1-3 in the National White, which is tough when you have North Warren, Hopatcong, Boonton, Butler, Verona. It's a tough conference, but these Chiefs, Coach Michel's got a lot of energy. Gary Andalina's back on the staff. I think Hopatcong's going to do just okay this year. They're going to be fine, and I think the program in Mike Michel's hand, a young guy, is in very good shape. We'll have more here on the Mugs Media preseason football special right after these messages on Channel 10 and mugsmedia.com.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin-Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin-Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007, and Chesco's, 383-2840.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money. Lakeland Banks, pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift? You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use pop money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Banks Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Welcome back to the Mugs Media preseason football special here at the Franklin-Sussex Automall, as brought to you by the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai. Well, we went over to Hampton to see Joe Kittatinny and the Kittatinny Cougars. Had a tough season last year, but they finished strong, and they got a lot of young kids coming back. They finished 3-7 and 1-4 in the American Red, and they're hoping to improve on that and get back into the States.
We have some high expectations for this year. In the off season, we did a lot of lifting,
really built up our strength because we know we'd be a little undersized, and I think we're ready to go.
It's been real hot this year. All summer we've been working. It'll be a lot better than last year. Everyone's picking up the intensity. It's gonna be a great year.
I feel like we're gonna do very well this year. Our captain Justin's got us all, really bonded well, working hard. He's making sure no one's, dogging off, making sure everyone's working their hardest and putting in that work to win.
We're excited. We've been working hard all summer. Obviously, we want to improve on our 3-7 record from last year. I like our kids. They've been working hard. We got some good, skilled kids. Our offensive line is a little bit young and unproven at this level, but they've been working hard. If they can come together and gel, things should be okay.
Kittatinny had a little bit of an up and down year last year, a lot of injuries. But the Cougars, who were very young, finished strong with wins over Wallkill and Sussex Tech, and they want to carry that momentum into this season.
We just got to keep it rolling. We got to keep on each other. We keep pushing each other, and let's keep going.
That was important for us this year. I feel like kind of was our motivation last year was to finish strong at the end of the year, even though we had some injuries, and use that as a motivation into going into the next season. We got a great off season, had a lot of kids in the weight room this year, which was a big help, and great turnout all summer at our workouts. So, they're excited.
Kittatinny, no shortage of skilled players. The Mafaro brothers are back. James Franco, who missed last year with a knee injury, he's going to step right in at quarterback. They have some great players that can move the ball.
Our backfield's pretty solid. We got me, my brother, Franco's back. It should be pretty hard to stop us now.
Having the two Mafaros in the backfield, Timmy Natelski back there with him, Anthony Cagno back, Sikora back there at times. We really feel good about our skilled positions going into the year.
Justin Montefiore is a tight end. He's also the captain, part of that offensive line as well. And he says him and his teammates have been working hard so they can let those skilled players do what they can do.
Offensively, the limits are really up to us. The sky's the limit with us. It's really our offensive line. You really see it starting to gel. It's important that we gel and stick together. Our backs, one of the best groups I've really seen play.
The line this year, we're coming together real great so far, and everyone's asking questions. We're working together. We're coming together. The backfield, they're even helping us out. If we have questions, everyone's there for each other.
For many years, Kittatinny made the States. Last year they didn't. They made it a couple of years ago. But Coach Joe Catelli and the Cougars want this program to be one that's going to make the States every year.
That's one of our goals every year. Obviously one of our goals every year is to get to the state playoffs. And, we missed out last year, the year before we got in as the 8th seed. And obviously being one of our goals, we got to win football games. We got to become better at what we do, day in and day out, and work hard day in and day out. And I think that, if we can do that, we have a good chance of getting back there.
You always want to go as far as you can in any sport you do. And in football, we haven't been there in the longest time ever. So, it'd be huge for Kittatinny to make it there this year.
Opening day will be here Saturday. Probably will be a beautiful day here in Hampton. They're going to host Newton, their crosstown rivals. It's a big rivalry. And Kittatinny will find out where they're at after that first game.
I think everyone has the game circled on their calendar. It's a huge day. It's motivation after last year, coming back this year, my senior year. We have a bunch of seniors, and the game means so much to us. It's going to be a good one.
We can't wait for that game. We've been looking forward to it since last year, and we're going to have this place packed. We're going to have everyone with us, and can't wait for it.
We want to go out there and let them know that, we're not like our old team last year with the injuries, We want to go in there and show them that, yeah, we can fight with you. We can go as far as you did. You may have made it to playoffs this year, but it's a whole nother year.
We talk about it all summer, and I'm sure they're talking about it too. They're a good football team with a lot of returning starters back after a very successful season last year. It should be a great game, a great atmosphere here for us and for them. We're excited about it, and we're going to keep working hard to prepare for that game.
We now head down the road to Jefferson. Jerry Venturino entering his second season after doing a very nice job at Hopatcong. Last year he got him in the States. They lost to a very good Old Japan team who beat Sparta the next week. They went 7-3 and did very well in the Patriot Red Conference, and they graduated a lot of players. But Jerry Venturino tells us and the Falcons they don't think they're going to miss a beat.
This year we're coming in with our heads high, confident since we had a great year last year. Hoping we can do the same thing this year.
We did lose a lot of seniors last year, but we're all strong, hard kids, and we're going to teach all the younger kids what the Falcon football program is about. And we play fast, we play strong, We play pissed off, as Coach V would say, and we just have that mentality day in and day out.
We've just been putting a lot of hard work in for practice, getting ready for the season.
We're looking pretty good. I mean, we still got a few things to clean up on, but it's going to be an exciting season. Can't wait for it to start.
It was my first opportunity to get a full off-season with these guys, so the weight room was tremendous in the entire off-season. The kids have bought into everything. They really worked their tail off. We had about 10 guys that made the 1,000-pound club thing that we do, and they really worked hard. And you know, our JV team last year went 9-0, so there's some talent there. And we graduated 21 seniors, so it's their time right now to go and play on Friday nights and make a name for themselves.
Jefferson had a great year last year, 7-3, made the states, but they graduated a big senior class, 21 of them. But as Coach Venerino and the Falcons said, good football programs, they don't rebuild, they reload, and that's what they hope to do this year.
Iron sharpens iron. So, I mean, we talk about practices last year. You're right. We had a lot of juniors, even some sophomores that could play it maybe on some other teams but had to wait their turn. But that's kind of what it's about here. You know, it's about waiting your turn, waiting your time. And if you want to beat that senior, you truly got to beat them out. So, you know, we are going to be senior heavy again this year. With a handful of juniors and maybe a sophomore here and there, maybe seeing some time.
The senior class last year was a great group of kids. They showed us everything, to be tough and everything, but for the younger kids, just to show them that you got to do everything as fast as you can, give 100% effort, and just do your best.
The tradition and everything that they left behind, we got to continue what they did, maybe even do a little bit better.
Drew Benfatti is one of the senior leaders on this team, and they want to teach these guys what it's like for Jefferson football and how to be a winner.
I'm going to be doing the same thing this year. I'm hoping to do better than I did last year, and I'm hoping to have a good year.
On defense, Michael Fleming will be leading the linebacker corps.
I'm going to be linebacker and running back, and I got a little linebacker last year. I did pretty good. I expect to do a lot better. And I hope to be a leader on the team and help the team out and win any way we can.
Jefferson made the states last year. They have a tough regular season schedule in their division. Sparta, state champ Morris Hills, who they beat. Just a great schedule. And also their section, their smallest Group 3, and North 1 Group 3, which is very tough. But they're not going to really think about that. They're worried about opening night up at High Point.
Our team's just focused on week 1. We're just going to worry about High Point right now and working hard every day just to work our way up to all the other teams.
We're just going to do the best we can, prepare each week as every game.
We actually talked about it yesterday, you know, just about coming out every day and working hard, because when you looked at our schedule last year, and 5 out of the 9 regular season teams made it to the playoffs, if not semis, and into the finals, if not being a state champ. I know, including in a playoff game with Old Japan. And they know that. The kids know. So they're just taking that as, you know, like, it's healthy competition. You know, if you want to go on deep, you know, and play the late November, early December, you can't do that unless you have a difficult schedule that you know, makes you compete and get that experience week in and week out.
Jefferson only had 1 loss in the Patriot Red last year. That was to Sparta. And although they're young, I think they're going to be okay, and I think opening day, which is our game of the week here on Muggs Media, they'll make the travel all the way up to Wantage and play a very good High Point team. Last year opening day was a good game. Jefferson had a rally to win, so that should be a lot of fun. So check that out on Channel 10 at mugsmedia.com. We'll have more of our preseason football special right after these messages here on Channel 10 at mugsmedia.com.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin-Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin-Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Sussex County Sheriff's Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit organization that encourages cooperation between the citizens of Sussex County and the Sussex County Sheriff's Department. If you have information relating to a crime or criminal activity in Sussex County, please contact us. If your tip leads to an arrest, you could receive a reward of up to $1,000. Contact us at 973-300-CRIME or through our website at www.sussexcountysheriff.com. Thank you.
This message made possible by D&H Risk Solutions. For more information, go to risksolutions.com.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that the patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyles.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
Farmstead Golf and Country Club is the perfect place to host your event. Weddings, christenings, baby and bridal showers, and sports banquets. The staff at Farmstead will make your day a special one. The banquet facility overlooks their beautiful 27-hole golf course. Farmstead Golf and Country Club can also host your charity golf event. For more information on the Farmstead banquet facilities or to book your tee time, call 383-1666. Farmstead Golf and Country Club, located on Lawrence Road in Lafayette. Visit their website at farmsteadgolf.com.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money. Lakeland Banks, pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift? You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use Pop Money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Welcome back to the Muggs Media Football Preseason Special, brought to you by the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai. Well, we're just minutes away from High Point High School, who had a great year last year. Arguably posted their biggest win in school history when they knocked off the top seed, Pompton Lakes, as the number 8 seed in North 1 Group 2. Jim Delaney's got the Wildcats back going where they were when he left, unfortunately, because of budget cuts. And they're looking to become the first team in school history on football to make it back-to-back into the state tournament. And we talked to the Wildcats.
We're very excited. Ever since freshman year, 8th grade, really, we knew that this group out here is very special. And once we got to high school, we were really excited to team up with, Jake and the younger kids and do some pretty amazing things. So this is our year, we think.
We have a lot of high expectations. You have a lot of returning starters, and we're really getting after it this season, so we're excited.
We didn't lose that many players, and we're still coming on strong from last year.
We have a good group. They're working hard. They're being accountable to each other. Which I think is the first thing that you look for, in a camp. You want to develop some toughness and all that stuff. But I like the way they're working. I like the way they're holding themselves accountable.
We're really excited. Coming off last year, we made it to semifinals. We're pretty excited. We're bringing back a lot of experienced running backs, mainly our backfield is whole back, and we're excited to do some damage this year.
How do you build off that? Last year was a great year for you guys. You made states. You won 6 games, upset the top seed. How do you build off that?
I think you can even look back to our sophomore year. We went from 1 win all the way to 6, and we're looking to build even more. Double that, maybe even 12. But we're just trying to work as hard as we can, get even better.
We have a great motivation, but we have a lot of unfinished business. We made it to semis, and it didn't end up the way we wanted to be. Now we have a lot of talent, and we think we can make it this year.
We start over. We have a lot of guys that graduated were tremendous leaders for us. That they really kept the team together. kept working, kept everybody pushing. We're still trying to find that right now, and I think that's probably our biggest challenge. So yeah, it was great, but now we need some other guys to step into those roles that maybe some of the graduating seniors had filled.
You have a great core of skilled kids back. Jake Lazinski, Jake Phillip, Chad Mazzelli. These guys have the potential to put up some big numbers.
Yeah, and I think more importantly, they're concerned about, if you're talking offensively, they're concerned about moving the ball and getting first downs, scoring points. I don't think that they're worried about how many carries they have or how many catches they have or how many times they throw. They're team guys, and we're looking at those guys to kind of be leaders too. So that's what you want out of your leaders. You want them to be good players, but you want them to be team guys first.
Last year we turned, I think, 9 starters. This year we're pretty close to that as well, I think 7. So having a lot of guys come back, it's great to have a lot of experience. We're a very experienced team out here. We've been playing mostly since we were sophomores, juniors, so we're really excited.
You guys have a lot of great skilled kids back, but as Coach said before we went to break, it all starts with you guys. Talk about some of the guys are back. I know Cliff graduated and some other guys. Just talk about how the line has to step it up.
The line, well, we lost 2 major players, so we just need to have the underclassmen pick up the pace and step up.
And just talk about establishing a program here. You were well on your way to doing that the first time around. Unfortunately, budget cuts came and all that. You're back again. How important is it for you to put a stamp on this program that it's just not every few years you win? You guys are going to be a threat every year.
Well, I think a part of what it is we're not a football team. We try to instill in the kids that we're a family and we're a football program. And programs are developed year-round, year after year. Whereas a team, you 40 guys come out and play for 3 or 4 months. And I think so far the kids have really bought into that.
And how important of a goal is it for you guys to get back in states again? It would be the first time in school history back-to-back.
It's really important. We want to do good and show the school and everybody else how good we are.
We have what it takes, and we just got to put together piece by piece and see if we can make it happen.
It's pretty great feeling to have the younger kids be able to watch us and keep winning year after year, and I'm pretty excited for it.
We want to be remembered as the greatest team that ever passed through this school. And making it to the semis last year, that was great, that was fun, but we got a taste of what it's like, and just making it to the semis isn't enough this year. We're not going to let that be our destination.
Wildcats 6-4 last year, 2-3. I think they're going to be very exciting this year with Mazzilli back, Jake Phillip, and Jake Lazinski. This should be a lot of fun to watch. One of their big rivals every year is the Vernon Vikings, both in the Patriot Red Division. Vernon last year, 4-6, up and down year for the Vikings. They had to miss a game, a forfeit to Sparta because of the Coxsackie virus. That spread through. That kind of put them behind the 8 ball earlier in the year. They played Newton tough. They played Morris Hills tough, who won a state title. A couple of plays, they could have won 6 or 7 games. And Chuck Tepper, the veteran, who's just behind Don Smolin as far as years of service here in the area, he thinks if the Vikings can change a couple of plays, they're going to have a real good season.
We got a lot of guys returning, and we also lost a lot of seniors just last year, especially in the line, so that's going to be rough. But a lot of returning defensive backs and skills position players on offense, so we got some experience.
So far we're looking pretty good. Our line's just starting to gel together. We lost our whole line, but me and Walt, the other senior, are starting to show the other juniors the way and lead them.
Can't wait. Excited. Nice to be here. Nice to be enjoying the weather and football again. So thoughts about the Vikings, nothing but good things. I mean, I know everybody feels that way. It's preseason, everybody's undefeated, but I think we got a good group of kids. They're working hard. They did a good job in the weight room in the off season, so nothing but good things to expect.
Vernon returns a good core of skilled players, including Mike Stefkovich and Zach Biango, and if they can get some blocking, those 2 guys can be very dangerous.
Definitely looking for over 100 yards each game from both of us. We're trying to just ground and pound on the ground and then throw one over the top into the end zone.
The question marks probably aren't with the running backs, but we're going to have to make some holes for those guys. And we found out last year, if we do make holes for those guys, they can take over a football game with their abilities. So you're right, some skill positions look pretty good this year, and Coach Panfili's doing a great job up front with the linemen, with Coach McGinnis as well, and hopefully that we can get that put together nicely. Those kids are working hard. Like I said, spend the time in the weight room, so you can't ask for anything more than that. We'll see how they do, and I'm expecting good things, obviously.
Interesting year last year for Vernon. They won 4 games. They had a forfeit game because of the Coxsackie virus, and then they played tough against Newton, Morris Hills, who won a state title, and West Milford. A couple of plays go the right way. Vernon's got 6 or 7 wins in the States. They are determined to change that around this year.
Mostly stay healthy. We had a couple injuries down the line, and we had the whole Coxsackie virus come through our locker room, and that derailed us, forced us to take a loss. But overall, it's going to come down to working harder than the other team. It came down to tackling in a couple of those games, just a couple blown plays, and it's a completely different season.
Good that other people realize that, because I know it's something we talked about a lot last year, how if one or two plays went differently, we could have been a whole different team, like a state's contending team. But I mean, we just got to be able to finish games. There was a lot of times where we just made a lot of dumb mistakes that easily could have been prevented.
I look at 2 plays from 4-6 to 6-4 that just didn't go our way, and so we have to change those things. The bottom line is you need to prepare, you need to put the work in, and at some point you do need to be a little bit lucky at times. But that's the way it is. That's high school football. So, but you really summed it up. And what we have to do is just execute. If we execute a little bit better against Morris Hills, because we felt we played them pretty strong. We banged around a little bit with them, and we're happy with our effort, our physicality, and we're winning the football game. And unfortunately, we have a fumble. You can't take care of the football. We have a turnover that turns into 6 points for them. We lose by 4, I believe. So, yeah, that you go back to West Milford. I think about that game, and that still haunts me. So, there's plenty to keep me up at night. That's for sure. But the bottom line for this group of kids is not to worry about any of that. Let's execute. Let's be the best team we can be, and let's get into those playoffs.
Vernon's in a very tough division, as everyone knows. They play Sparta, they play Morris Hills, Jefferson, Monville. They know they can't take a night off, and they like the role of being the underdog.
It's pretty obvious we're going to be the underdog a lot, but I think that bodes well for us, for the fact that no one's going to be expecting us really to come out there and compete with a lot of these teams, like, the Spartas, the Jeffersons, because they beat us last year by a lot. But I mean, we get surprised a lot of people if we come out playing how we should be playing.
Obviously, we can't let the bigger teams get in our head. We just got to go out and execute. We can't get nervous just because it's Sparta or Jefferson. We just got to go out and play.
We're in a tough conference, but I think everyone, it's anyone's game every day. There's no powerhouse. This team's going to go, 9-0 and win states all the way. It's anyone's game if whoever comes to play.
It's a brutal schedule, but I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to outwork our opponent every week, and that's all you can expect from us. We're a bunch of hard workers.
As we said, the Vikings 4-6, 1-5 in the division. They'll open up against Montville. Rick DeBonta's done a nice job there. Rick lives in Vernon, so he knows all about the Vernon kids. We'll have more here in our preseason football special right after these messages here on Channel 10 and MugsMedia.com.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin-Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin-Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
Farmstead Golf and Country Club is the perfect place to host your event. Weddings, christenings, baby and bridal showers, and sports banquets. The staff at Farmstead will make your day a special one. The banquet facility overlooks their beautiful 27-hole golf course. Farmstead Golf and Country Club can also host your charity golf event. For more information on the Farmstead banquet facilities or to book your tee time, call 383-1666. Farmstead Golf and Country Club, located on Lawrence Road in Lafayette. Visit their website at farmsteadgolf.com. American Federal Mortgage knows shopping for a mortgage can be stressful. They have the lowest rates in the nation with their state-approved lock and loan form. American Federal Mortgage has great customer service to answer your questions and concerns. They will get you into the home of your dreams. For more information, call 888-321-HOUSE or go to njmortgage.com.
Party time or work time? Tri-State Rentals has the right tools and supplies for your next job or party, event, and wedding tents in many sizes, plus all the accessories you need to host that perfect party, including bounce houses, carnival games, and catering supplies. We also rent tools and equipment for any job, big or small, indoor or out. We rent, sell, and service Kubota tractors. Planning your next job or event just got easier. Visit Tri-State Rentals online at tristaterentals.com or visit our showroom, 105 Sparta Avenue, Newton.
Welcome back to the Mugs Media preseason football special as we kick off the 2017 season. As we go head over to Newton, Matt Parzaro in his first year with the Braves. It was a good one. They got back into the States for the first time since 2013. Went 8-2 in the American Red Division. Had a great year under Parzaro. And with that great senior class coming back, the Braves have their sights set on another huge season.
We're very excited for this year. We had a good year last year, but we didn't end where we wanted to end. So this year we're looking to win every regular season game, take one game at a time each week, and see how far we can make it this year.
We got a lot of high expectations. We've had a lot of guys here for a few years now. There's a lot of experience on this team. You know, we expect nothing less than MetLife this year. And you know, we're out here putting the work in. We're really hoping it all comes together.
We're coming in here expecting to win. You know, we got a really experienced group out here. A lot of us are seniors, been playing together since we were really young, like back in Flag we've been together. So you know, we're coming in here really confident, and hopefully we can get a lot of wins this year.
We have a lot of returning players that got that experience not only last year, but some of them as sophomores. But more importantly, now, you know, with those expectations is, you know, the workload that they're bringing, the time they put into the weight room. And, you know, the practice field here, it's just the speed of practice. You know, with those expectations, the way the practices and everything, it's just been, you know, it's been phenomenal so far.
As we said, this Newton team has high expectations. Offensively, people think the Delaware wing tee is just a grinded out offense, but with the skilled kids led by quarterback Luke Young and Chase Kramer at running back, they can put up a lot of points.
It's awesome this year. Rather than other years, we have to take a time putting in new plays. This year we're just right where we left off last year, just going over stuff, and now we're already putting new stuff in. So it's great to have the same kids back, knowing how they play and know how to play with each other. It's huge.
We have enough weapons to really run anything we want. I mean, we're deep in every position. There's talent all across our field, even on the line. I mean, we should definitely be able to do a lot on offense.
Everyone's well aware of, you know, Chase Kramer and Luke Young, what they can do with the ball, but we've developed some complementary pieces, which is real nice to really make us a very explosive offense. You know, guys like Jaden Elliott and Nico Sebastiano have stepped up as at our receiver position. Guys like Johnny Van Ness and Ryan Kaiser have filled into our, you know, tight end roles. And then other backs like Will Larson, Dante North, and Noah Sharp have done a great job. So we got a lot of different things to bring, and it's going to make us, you know, a tough team to defend. And that's our goal, not to rely on one or two guys to, you know, kind of take what, you know, what the defense gives us and what presents us. And 1 week it might be Chase, 1 week it might be Will, 1 week it might be Luke. And the main thing I like to hear is the kids are so positive. Their goal is to win games and do whatever it takes. And to win games, you got to put up points. So, you know, some weeks it's certain players, and it's fun to watch.
Luke Young's entering his third year as a quarterback, starting here at Newton, and he's like another coach on the field.
I could help out the younger kids. All of us seniors, we help each other out because we know exactly almost what everyone else has to do. So it's huge. Everyone helping each other out. It's like a huge team effort. No one thinks they're better than anyone else. We're equal on every level, so it's huge.
Newton has also a very experienced offensive line back. Justin Similian, one of the senior captains. He's been a big part of the Newton success the last few years.
Mostly the entire starting line's seniors, and we got a junior center. And we've been playing together, like I said earlier, for a long time, so we know what we're going to do, and we're going to just come out here. We've been all working out in the weight room, getting bigger, stronger, and just trying to take that into the field.
Newton has expectations this year, state tournament, getting maybe to a final, winning their league, and they have two tough games right off the bat. Kittatinny on the road, and then Lenape Valley here under the lights. Two big league games, so Coach Matt Parzaro is going to know a lot about a squad after 2 weeks.
With that being said, to further that, you know, it's great local rivalries that we have here. You can add Vernon in there, Hopatcong. our schedule is very tough, very competitive, and our goal is to not only get into the playoffs but to win playoff games. Certainly with our schedule, with those local teams with a lot of tradition, being tough, teams that have had history of being in the playoffs, it'll certainly prepare our guys for when we get to the playoffs to know what to expect.
The same thing with last year, Kittatinny and Lenape. It's the same first 2 games, and I think that really set the stone last year. So this year's the same thing. We play Kittatinny away, I think, on a Saturday, and then Lenape home. So those 2 games will definitely set the tone for the rest of the season.
Kittatinny is definitely always a tough rival. It's a crosstown rival. Same thing with Lenape. They're a great coach. They win at least 6 games every year just because of the program they have built up. And those are tough games for us, but those are games that we expect to win. And I don't know, those are big for us.
It used to be a great job, Newton. You got into the States. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, people were just happy. But those expectations have changed, folks. And after losing to Pequannock last year in the first round, this group of Braves, the seniors, know it's their final year and they want to go out with a bang.
With the loss last year, that's definitely a lot of fuel to us. We're just remembering that feeling and just taking it into this year, just angry and just trying to win every game, taking it a game at a time.
This Newton team has so many weapons on offense, and when you ask Chase Kramer, a 1,000-yard rusher from last year, what his individual goals are, he just said, I just want to win.
I just want to win. That's all I want to do is go win football games.
But if they stay healthy with Luke Young and Chase Kramer and Will Larson and everyone back on that team, the linemen coming back with Justin Semillian, this is going to be a good team that's going to challenge Lenape Valley for the division crown and possibly for a state title in North 1 Group 2. So that brings us to a nice seamless transition over to Stanhope. Don Smolin, the legend, 320 plus wins, the most of any active coach in the state of New Jersey. Well, they had a great year last year, won the division, and their only 2 losses were to Madison, a heartbreaker on opening day, a heartbreaker in the state final in MetLife. A great class graduated, but the Patriots still have some good players back. Troy DuPont, terrific. Will Ernst on the line. And as Don Smolin told me, no one's going to be crying for him because the cupboard is not bare. You just might not know the names, but you're going to. Let's check out what the Patriots can do this year.
The season's looking to be a good one. We're looking forward to all the games that we have, especially the opening game against Madison. Especially since last year when we lost to them in the finals, is a good time to just be able to get back out and hopefully get revenge on them.
I think this season's going to be pretty good. I'm excited. We have a good line. We have a couple backs returning. I think she's seen big things from Lenape this year.
I think we're looking really good. We're coming in. Obviously, the goal is a state title, and we have new guys coming in on the offensive line.
Kids are working hard. We're still healthy, and we're trying. Graduation hit us hard, but I think there's a group, that appears ready to continue the tradition. We've got some good size up front. I think we got good solid backs. I think we got 4 right now. We got to find 2 more. We like to play a lot of kids back there. And Craig Swanson's our quarterback, and he's coming along well. And we got some players. I mean, I'm not crying the blues. I'll be honest with you. Just gotta keep piecing it along.
Lenape Valley had a great year last year. They won their division, got to the state finals, lost that heartbreaker to Madison down in MetLife Stadium. But the group that's coming back, not as experienced as last year, but they know the Lenape tradition. They want to continue it.
Tradition has always been excellence as well as finish. We do every rep, we finish it no matter what. And even though we had graduated all those kids, everybody's stepping up and doing their part as best as they can.
We're always very senior heavy here, so it's really Coach Smolin. He just keeps it going.
Lenape's got some big guys on the line. Will Ernst is back, and that's going to be key, as it always is, in the Delaware Wing T.
We have to be in good condition because it's run block after run block after run block. You got to keep in good condition. Got to keep the pace up tempo. It's all about the line, the Delaware Wing T.
Lenape Valley opens up with Madison. That's a great motivator. They even have the countdown clock in the weight room.
We're excited. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. We always want to get a win against them, especially on opening night here. It's here, so it's just going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's more of like a sort of redemption. You get knocked down before, but now you have the time to actually rise back up and actually beat them. And that's all we're looking to do.
I love that challenge, that first game, because it'll make our practices better here. The kids know how good Madison is. They were state champs last year. So I'd like to have that kind of opener every year. It motivates you in the off season, motivates you You know, every day I walk into that team room in the morning with the lights are off, turning the lights on, and there's a countdown clock that tells you to that first game. It makes me nervous, but it motivates me.
Coach Don Smolin is a legend, and he's done it with class and dignity. He's been coaching well over 40 years, and these young guys can still relate to him, and they get inspired when they see their coach running around there like he's a 21-year-old.
It's great. He brings such an energy to it that, you know, despite he has been coaching for so long, it feels like he's just raring to go and like it's his first couple seasons. So much energy.
I love Smolin. He's a great coach. Does a lot for us. That really inspires me.
It seems his motor doesn't stop no matter how old he gets, and he's seemingly infinite football knowledge, and you just gotta soak in as much as you can.
Each group energizes me. Every year it's a different. You know, every season's a journey, and every journey's a lifetime. You know, so these kids, this is their turn now. You know, and it's my responsibility to be energized every day. You know, to give these kids the best possible experience. But we've had this before. We've graduated a lot of kids, you know, and came back the next year and won a state championship. So I'm not, you know, I don't know what the ceiling is yet for this group because there are some talented players.
Goal's always the same here at Lenape Valley, state title.
The thing was tough before, and then they added Verona, who up to this year had the longest winning streak in the state, you know. So, oh yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, end of November and December are going to be good times.
10-2 last year, 5-0, winning that conference, and Don Smolin keeps moving along. We were watching him with the kids running back and forth like the Energizer Bunny. The guy puts guys 20 years younger than him to shame as far as his energy level. And don't sleep on Lenape Valley. One of our big early games, they opened up with Madison, which is huge. But one of our big games here in the area, they played Newton in week 2. That should be a lot of fun, and will be one of our games of the week. We'll have more here on the preseason football special right after these messages here on Channel 10 and mugsmedia.com.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin-Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved and driving fast. Hurry to Franklin-Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
Are you looking for something new out of your grocery shopping experience? Sussex Meatpacking is here to help. For over 50 years, we've been bringing Sussex County the finest in meats and poultry. We are your hometown butcher shop with a full-service deli, fresh cut meats daily, and a kitchen for all your catering needs. We also carry imported groceries, a large line of frozen products, including seafood. All the food you see here was made in our very own kitchen, so come on by or check us out online to see what Sussex Meatpacking can do for you.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve.
Sussex County Sheriff's Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit organization that encourages cooperation between the citizens of Sussex County and the Sussex County Sheriff's Department. If you have information relating to a crime or criminal activity in Sussex County, please contact us. If your tip leads to an arrest, you could receive a reward of up to $1,000. Contact us at 973-300-CRIME or through our website at www.sussexcountysheriff.com. Thank you.
This message made possible by D&H Risk Solutions. For more information, go to risksolutions.com.
Welcome back to the Muggs Media preseason kickoff special as we go around and talk to all the coaches and players around the area in football, brought to you by the Franklin-Sussex Automall and Franklin-Sussex Hyundai. Well, Sparta had a great year last year, and their expectations after winning so many state titles, is state title or bust, came up a little short, lost to a good old Japan team in the States. That was their only loss. They went 10-1, beat some good teams like Roxbury and Randolph, and just had to beat High Point. And, just a great year for Sparta. They won the division. They graduated a great class, but as the great programs do, they don't rebuild, they reload. And Coach Marciano, once again, same goal, win the league, win the states.
Really excited for this season. Our team's looking really strong. We got a lot of returning defensive players. Our receiving core is stronger than it was last year, and our line's all coming back, so we're looking really good so far.
Big season, coming off last season, coming up short against Old Japan. We're looking to reload and win a state championship this year.
We're looking really good so far. We're returning a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. We have a great group of kids, a lot of chemistry this year. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really excited. The team's looking really good. We have very high expectations. Personally, I think we're the best team in North 1 Group 3, and I expect a state championship, nothing less.
Excited, I think we're like everybody else right now. You're excited for the season. Everybody's going out there, seeing what they have. I definitely think we got some good players coming back. We even though we graduated a lot of touchdowns, we definitely have people who are going to come in and make some noise. And I'm excited to get the season going.
Sparta's offense under Coach Frank Marciano is exciting as it can get. Up and down the field, there'll be a new quarterback this year and some new guys in the backfield, but with a good line coming back, they're expecting the same results.
Yeah, we're returning a big part of the line, majority, whole left side, me, Robbie, and Davis, all coming back, so that's a big part of it. And we got a lot of even bigger guys coming back, filling on the right side, so we're going to be looking good.
We talk about all the losses they had at the graduation, but at Sparta, it's the next man up, and a lot of these guys at other schools might be starters as sophomores, but they pay their dues and get their starting job.
At Sparta, we have a lot of talent, so, sometimes you have to wait, but I think it's worth it since we always have a good team.
Marsh, it all starts with the coaching. I mean, we have great coaches here in Sparta, obviously, and Marsh is always pressing, everyone can step up, He's always talking, I can win games with the younger guys, so they can step up. They're good football players too. So it's all just about the younger guys stepping up, and we got a good core talent here in Sparta, football players.
It's huge. We're losing Malte, we're losing Milliken, but we got Brock, we got Thomas Agudo, and people don't know that they're coming. I mean, Spartans just reload. We don't rebuild, we reload, so we're ready to go.
I think that football is a great tradition in Sparta. We have talent in every single class, and everyone strives to become the best football player that they can. So even though that there might be a senior in front of you this year, you could work hard and start over them the next.
Jake Zerillo, we talked about him in offense. He's one of the better defensive backs. He's back, and with the experienced defensive front in front of him, he's hoping to have a big season.
Defense coming back, the D-ends are bringing a lot of pressure, D-lines are bringing a lot of pressure, force the quarterback to throw it quicker, and we're going to get a lot of interceptions this year.
These young men that don the Columbia blue for Sparta, they know the great tradition going all the way back to 1960. Coach Dick Castles, Ron Earl, well, they want to establish their own name in Sparta lore.
You don't want to be known as one of the best. You want to be known as the best. So that's what we have in our heads every day, and we want to be the best every day. So get better every day.
Our Sparta tradition is win states. That's our mindset every year. That's our mentality. So we go out there and try to win every game possible.
Goals remain the same every year here at Sparta. Win the league, and we'll go to the state finals and win that as well.
Well, first we got to win the first game, take it one game at a time, and we're coming for the state championship. We fell short last year, but our ultimate goal is winning it all.
We expect a state championship every year. We don't want anything less, so it's no different this year. State championships are bust.
We got to go to MetLife this year, and we got to come home with the ring.
We're not here for the free T-shirt. We're here to win it all. So.
And it's always a tough road. Everybody knows it's a tough road. Even though Old Japan left our division, you still have Rampo, Riverdale, Paramus. I think Demorest is going to have a very good team this year. And then if you look at our league, you got Randolph, Roxbury, West Morris, going into Morris Hills, defending state champs, who actually have a lot of guys back. And then after that, you have Jefferson, West Milford, Montville, High Point. You definitely have a lot of teams that can go out there and make things happen. So you definitely got to go to work each week.
Our last team here that we're profiling on this preseason football special, interesting team, the Pope John Lions with the North Jersey Super Football Conference. A lot of people said Pope John would be lucky to win a game. Well, you know what, folks? They weren't lucky. They were good. They went 6-5. Two of those losses to DePaul, one in the regular season, one in the States. Tough games against the Spartans, and they have a long history with them. But a lot of people didn't think they'd win a game, and they went out and won 6, went 2-1 in the division. They beat Del Barton, they beat Seton Hall Prep, they beat Hudson Catholic. Well, Coach Carlson has another loaded team this year, and the Lions, as I said, open up this weekend against a team from Maryland, and they still have that great schedule. They'll play St. Joe's this year, and Del Barton, Seton Hall Prep, and the Lions are ready for that challenge to become one of the top teams in the state.
I'm just looking to get better every day, to help bring the team to a state championship, and just to go out there and compete and have fun with the team.
As far as right now, we look to accomplish getting a ring this season, making it to the championship, going undefeated. I mean, it's going to be hard, but we got to do what we got to do to get where we need to be.
We had our goal since last year after our loss to DePaul, so we know we want the championship. Our team's capable of it. We've been working hard all year. We got a great D-line, we got a great O-line. Everyone's coming together as a team. Coaches are coaching us up. We're ready to go this year.
Last year, Ty was underneath center. You take over the reins of quarterback this year. This is a team that offensively, they're looking for bigger and better things. Your thoughts on taking over the reins of this Hopatcong offense?
I'm just going to go out there and do the best that I can, to perform out there for my teammates and try to win them a state championship.
So far in camp, you guys looked very good. You, Burrell Neal, you got Nico under center, Terrence Jones also in the backfield with you guys. Talk about how offensively, you guys got a great line coming back, and you guys got a lot of offense weapons on offense and on the defense side of the ball as well.
Yeah, our offense looks great this year. We have a lot of experience coming in, a lot of seniors on the O-line. Terrence and Burrell back. They were here last year, running the ball hard. Nico's going to get first year this year, but he looks great. He's been practicing hard. We're ready to go.
It takes a lot of pressure off of me, that's for sure, and just knowing them that they're behind the backfield with me is just a blessing to be able to have them.
First thing on the offensive side, I like to thank my linemen because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't go nowhere. So, I mean, it goes to offensive linemen, and I got to go to Nico, and then it just happens with us. We just got to do what we have to do to make it happen.
You guys last year in the new Super Football Conference, you guys had a lot of tough losses, a lot of losses by one possession. And your thoughts on heading into year 2 and you guys trying to turn those L's into W's?
Yeah, we're just going to go out there. Our main offseason motto has been to finish, and we've been going in the weight room, practicing every time, competing, and just being able to finish this year, and we'll get it done.
We have a lot of steps to accomplish. I mean, it's only the beginning, but if we keep doing what we're doing, I mean, we're getting better and better every day. I mean, we just keep finishing, do what we got to do, we'll make it all the way.
We got our feet wet last year. It was the first time in the Big North. A lot of good teams, a lot of good competition, but now we know what it's about. We were right there with everyone. We're ready to go this year. We're finishing drills. We emphasize it all the time. Finish our drills, finish our plays, finish our workouts. So we're ready to go this year.
All right. The Lions are going to be exciting to watch with all that talent, and they have some talent from the area as well. It's a nice mix, and Brian Carlson and the Lions are ready for that challenge. We'll have more here on our preseason special right after these messages here on Channel 10 and MugsMedia.com.
Bill Snopper here. Summer's ending and it's time to make a clean sweep of inventory. It's the end of summer sales event at Franklin-Sussex Automall. Every new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram are clear the lot savings in the thousands.
Start the fall season in your choice of a new 2017 Jeep Compass or a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express, both just $189 a month.
And we can help you with credit. We'll get you approved in driving fast. Hurry to Franklin-Sussex Automall, Route 23 in Sussex.
Jeep Celebration Event, Ram Power Days.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007. And Chesco's, 383-2840. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services. Business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money. Lakeland Banks pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money. Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift? You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use pop money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Banks Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Welcome back to the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat, our preseason special. Hope you enjoyed it as we profile the 12 teams in our coverage area in Sussex County. We also have a show in Morris County. We'll have a little bit of a preview for them on our Morris show. But right now, it's time for our Live Well Tip of the Week, brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Rehan Shamim. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. I work with athletes of all ages, from children and adolescents through high school and college, and even to the weekend warrior population. These are people who like to stay active, they like to engage in sports, they like to do exercise, they might like the aspect of staying in good shape, they might like the team and camaraderie aspect of it.
My name is Lara Carlson. We are at Central Park of Morris, and there's kickball going on tonight. So I work for the organization Jersey Club Sports, and we run a league. It's almost every night a week there's a different league going on, and tonight it's kickball and sand volleyball. So some people do come and warm up and they take it seriously, but then there are others who don't, and we see some really serious injuries. So, you know, it would be nice to see more people come and warm up. Some people show up literally at 6:30 when the game starts, and they leave as soon as it ends. There's no warm up or cool down. And you know, I'm an athlete myself. I played sports in college, and I know the importance of warming up and cooling down. And sometimes people get hurt because of it.
Because they're not dedicating their full time to keeping their muscles strengthened and stretched and appropriately worked out, when they do put in 100% effort on those weekend sporting activities, it might be a sudden change from what their muscles are normally used to. If you're a weekend warrior, you like to go out on the weekends, softball, kickball, volleyball, whatever it may be, you just have to keep in mind what are the specific demands of your sport and what can you do to prevent injuries in those sports.
You'd be surprised because you think like, okay, this is fun, it's co-ed sports, but someone tore their Achilles on the first day of one of the opening kickball seasons. He was out for the rest of the season. I've seen like really serious injuries, people sand volleyball, spraining their ankles, just coming down, you know, people have torn their ACLs.
For many athletes, athletic trainers are very important in helping us take care of the athletes in terms of both injury prevention and treatment. For high school athletes, most high schools do have athletic training staff, and the athletes will have access to them as they need on a daily basis. As you get into the higher levels of sport, including college and professional, that access becomes even more intense. Unfortunately, for the weekend warriors, they don't necessarily have this kind of access. When they get injured, they don't know where to go. They don't have a point person that they can talk to about how serious is this kind of thing, and what do I need to do? Who do I need to see? What further treatment should I be getting? And that's why we're here. Our job is to make sure that anybody who comes in will get that kind of evaluation and has that access.
I think a partnership with the Orthopedic Institute would be phenomenal for this organization. Jersey Club Sports is huge, and there's so many different members. And again, there's some people who have never played sports in their entire life, and they're doing this purely because it's social and it's fun. But I think everyone from, you know, the athlete to the non-athlete they need to know properly, you know, how to warm up or what they should do when they have an injury, and likewise for the staff.
As sports medicine physicians, we love sports and we love athletes. We love being part of a team, and we take that team approach towards taking care of our athletes. That involves treatment with us, our physician's assistants, our physical therapists, our athletic trainers. All of us work together to make sure our athletes stay out on the field. We like to keep our athletes healthy, and a good injury prevention program can do that. If things don't go as planned and something happens, we do our best to make them get back to the sports that they love as quickly as possible.
That's going to wrap it up from the Franklin-Sussex Automall. Hope you enjoyed our preseason special. Get ready for the action. It's coming, folks. Love football season, and you can check out all the action here on Channel 10 and MugsMedia.com. I'm Dan Cleary. Good night, everyone.